What's up everyone, the same from 64 Wheels, back more diecast, and today we're going to be unboxing the second car transporter from Hot Wheels Elite 64 line. This is the Scania 770S. So I'm probably butchering the name of that. These trucks aren't sold in the United States, so I don't have a lot of familiarization with pronouncing them. It's either Scania or Scania. I don't know. I found like kind of a lot of different pronunciations of it online, so I apologize if I'm butchering it, but it's going to be a good unboxing. So if you're not familiar with the Elite 64 line, it's a line of non-retail cars that Hot Wheels sell on the creations.mattel.com website. You don't have to be an RLC member to get these. The first one, the Freightliner Cascadia, I did a video review of this truck not too long after it came out. Really nice truck. Both of these were priced at $50, but during the first release, there was a sale going on in the Elite 64, so we were able to get this truck for like $30 some, which made it an incredible deal. The Scania, that was full price, so it was like $60 with shipping, I think, drastically higher than this one because of that no discount. But that's the regular price. That would be the regular price if there wasn't like a sale. So this is a full $50 truck. These since then have gone up quite a bit. So they have become quite desirable. I think when we first unboxed this not too long after they came out, they were selling for like $125, even $150. Now they're selling $150 to $200. So this has become a very desirable truck, and rightly so. It's a nice truck. Hot Wheels has not done a transporter like this since probably the NASCAR days, probably the early 2000s. This is a nice trailer. The cool thing about it, why I think it has such high collectability, is because obviously it's Hot Wheels. They have the highest collector, hype behind them, but this truck looks really good. It matches basically anything that you could put on it, whether it's a Matchbox Hot Wheel, Auto World, Greenlight, whatever. It just looks good carrying it. Even though it is Hot Wheels branded, it just looks good. So we don't have a lot of this stuff retail or even available in the United States in this price point. If you move up to like a DCP truck or even like a Greenlight transporter, they are significantly more. So to have a full metal truck like this from Hot Wheels, that's double licensed Hot Wheels and Freightliner, was a pretty big deal. So I think this one will always be the most hyped one of the two, just because they don't sell this truck in the United States. So this is more of like a Euro market truck. It doesn't fit in with like a lot of Hot Wheels brand of like muscle cars and just American cars in general, where this one will fit great with maybe some Euro cars probably. I don't know if they sell this truck in Japan, but I know it's in like the United Kingdom. It's like a Swedish brand if I remember right. So you can get a lot of Euro cars. This is more of like the, BMW, Mercedes, Volvo, those kind of cars, Porsche even, I don't know. So this one should be pretty fun to open. One thing we will take a look at already is you can see the difference in the box sizes. So after the first one, this is a really big box. It's probably one of the bigger boxes that anything Hot Wheels ships out. So you can see how much smaller the new transporter is. It's significantly shorter. And then I'm going to try to show you the depth of it here. Let's see if I can do that. It's the same width, but it's much shorter. Like, it's just so tiny. Like, look at this. You can even see the box over it. So they've made it much more compact. This one is more of like a thin paperboard. This one is more like cardboard. So even though the box is smaller, this time the packaging is a higher quality. So you'll also notice that this one opened from the end. I don't know which one it is. And then it has a huge styrofoam pullout, and I will link the unboxing of this video below so you can check it out. But this one opens more like a traditional die-cast packaging where you open it up and the truck is laid out right on top. At least I think it is. So let's go ahead and pop this sucker open. I'm very excited to see this truck. So I bought 2 of these, one to keep and one to open. I hope they do more of these. I really like these trucks, especially hope they do some more of the Freightliner Cascadia, just because I like kind of connect with that truck a little better, because I've seen them on the road, where the Scania I have not. So, ooh, look at that. Nice graphic on the box, like blueprint style. It's like double protected, so it's not rubbing against the inside of the box. There's like a second thicker fold out, and look at that truck. Man, that looks good. So I was on the fence about the red, because I'm like, man, like black is just so much, like it goes with more stuff, but this looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and take this out. Let's see what's going on here. They got a lot of packaging material in here, which is nice to protect the trailer. But this looks pretty good in red. It is, I believe, the exact same trailer. It has the same little ramp mechanism back here. It looks the same. I mean, I don't really see any difference. Yeah, definitely the same. It does have the same wheels as well. The old ones are like a black chrome. These are a flat black with the silver outline or a silver like lip, which actually look pretty good. Same silver like grading on the top. So one of the, before we even get into it, one of the complaints from this one up here was that there's nothing to keep the cars from like rolling. So you can, like, right here there's a stop, and on the end there's a stop. Right, whoa, there it goes, right there. But like there's nothing to keep the car right here, so it rolls into the other one, or if it's too big, it sticks out. And they have not fixed that, surprisingly. So there's nothing to keep the car there, which is kind of a bummer, because like if you get a too long of a car, like the wheels don't even touch. So in my opinion, they really should have fixed this for the second release. It's kind of a bummer that they did that. They do have the back one, but the bottom does the same thing. The car just rolls down into the, like to the edge there. So for what it is, for being a car trailer, it's kind of not very good at holding cars, especially right here. Like this one's okay, and the back one right here is okay, but these two in the middle with the little slant, those are the ones that are a little bit more difficult at holding cars, especially because you get stuff like that. It just doesn't look very realistic. This is the elite line. This should be the best of the best. They made a new design. Like, why not? Why does it not work? That I will ask that question 50 times during this video. But let's look at the cab. Okay, so they really did a nice job protecting this. So it is double wrapped. It's wrapped in this plastic. There it goes. It pulls out pretty easily. And then the whole bottom of it is actually wrapped up too. So let's put this over here for now. Yeah, they actually did a decent job with this. The one cool thing about this, or the extra cool thing about it, this is a cab over engine, so the cab sits over the engine, and this is a tilt cab, so you can actually tilt it and see the engine. So we will have to kind of rip this off here, just like that. So there you can see the engine, which is cool. It's nicely detailed, like the casting is detailed, but there's no paint or detail like that on it at all. It's just kind of plain, which is kind of weird. I give Hot Wheels a hard time about that a lot, because they're like upper level stuff like this truck. It seems to have detail, but it doesn't. Like, it's just flat black back here. Like, there's no detailing. There's a little bit of detailing back on the cab. But I feel like they could have added a little bit more, especially for how high like status this is supposed to be. This is supposed to be the elite line, so I'm expecting it to look elite. I don't know if it does. I do like the design though. I think the mirrors look good. It does have clear headlights that don't look too bad. The paint is okay. The actual paint on the graphic there, or on the logo, is not the best. They do look pad printed. Yeah, pad printed on the side. It's almost like a white metallic now that I look at it, rather than just a flat white. It's definitely a pearl white. Let's see. Okay. Oh, nice. It's got a little sunroof. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. So when it goes like that, you actually have to like push it back down. It's weird. It's not hinged. It almost just pulls up and flips over. It's kind of odd. But these are different tires or different wheels than are on the Freightliner. So these are more the classic semi-looking one, where these are more like the newer Aero disc style wheels. Let me see if I can show you. Like the flat ones that get a little bit more like aerodynamic on the wheel to give it a little bit better mileage. That one looks like a big chrome semi-truck wheel you see all the time. That one has the bolts on the outside. I don't know if you can see that, but definitely different wheels, which is kind of cool. I don't know. Let's see if the tires. Yeah, the tires are different as well. So these look more like on-road tires, where those have like thicker, almost like off-road tread. Yeah, different. Oh, okay, let's look at the chassis. Scania 770S Highline. So it's interesting. It says Highline on the bottom, but it doesn't say that anywhere on the box. I don't know. I don't know how I like that little connection right there. It's making me nervous that if I like drop this, the cab is going to come apart. But I like the way it looks. It's got nice mud flaps back there. I think they could have done a little bit of paint detailing on it a little more, or even added some like airline hose or something. It's kind of minimally detailed for $50, but also we don't get a metal on metal trailer like this. I don't really know where else in the United States to get this unless you step up to like basically like $25 more at least than this truck. So let's go ahead and put it together. It has a insertion peg right there. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a rubber O-ring right there in the center. And that's where it goes in, and it doesn't snap in, but it presses in and then holds in, and then it can articulate from there. So let's put some cars on here. So I used these Matchbox Mercedes in the last one for the Freightliner, so I figured I would use it in this. That way we had like a control test to go, okay, it looks good or it doesn't look good. So let me put a couple more cars in here. Boop. Man, I don't like this. It seems like it's falling off on the back easier this time. So there we go. I'm going to push this one off right here. Put this on top of the box. Oh, and then I'll pull this towards the camera so we can take a closer look at it. So see what I was saying about this? How like there's no stop here. So the car just rolls into the end where it should be more like this, centered in there. And so it just goes like that and hits the end. And same over here. There's not really a front block, so if you are into rolling stuff, this is more display than play. But it seems like it sits very far back. Same with this one. It sits very far back. This one doesn't have a stop, so it just runs into the other one. So you can like place it there. But the realism is kind of shot when the front of the car is digging into the trailer. So even if I flip this back around, I mean, that's a relatively short overhang, and it's still doing it. So not the biggest fan of that. Like if they had a stop right there, that would be perfect. Like that would look so much better. But instead the car goes like this and you get this huge gap. It just doesn't look good. I don't know why they did that. I don't know why they haven't fixed it. Same down here. It just does not look good. So that being the big flaw of it, I think. I know it's so tiny. Some people will complain about it. Some people won't. They'll be like, oh, it's a fine truck, whatever. And it is a fine truck. But the design could be better. So when we're talking about now a $60 truck with tax and shipping, should it have those types of design element errors when you can buy like I don't know, like a Maestio hauler or something else that has stuff like that like holds the cars better for a fraction of the price? It's nowhere near as cool, collectible, or even highest quality as this, but it should have those design elements. Like I'm just really bummed about that. But overall, I will say I didn't think I was gonna like the white and red as much as I do, but the red actually looks pretty good. I was gonna get some blue cars, and I think the blue would look good too on it. The Hot Wheels blue would look really nice with a truck full of those. I think that really like makes the red and the blue pop. But I think just for like realism, that looks great. I really like that. So other than this little spot right here missing the little like wheel chalks or wheel keepers or whatever you want to call them, this truck is pretty cool. So do I think it is worth $60? I don't know. I do like it. I like the red trailer. I like that it does have this cab over the opening cab action. It's just a little flimsy for my liking. I wish there was some more detail on it. So if I had to give it a score out of 10, I would say it's like a 7.5. It's good, but there's definitely some improvements that could be made. Now for the price, I still think it's a pretty good buy, but let me know what you think of this in the comments. Were you able to get this one? Did you buy the Freightliner? Which one do you think is better? I think for the price, I don't know what these are going for right now on eBay. They have like both are sold out, so you have to go to eBay or a secondary market to get them right now. But if I was going to spend the money, I think more of my collection matches the black truck. I think it gives you more options, but the red trailer is pretty cool. So let's take it off and see how it matches the Freightliner. If the red looks good on the Freightliner, and then we'll switch the Scania for the other trailer as well and see how it looks. So the cool thing about this is you can switch it. So, oh man, that doesn't look bad with the red, but I think it's really hard to beat the black. I think the black with the matching black trailer just looks really, really good. But that doesn't look bad either. I don't know. let's go ahead and put this one up here. So let's look at the cab over one here. Oh man, I like that too. Let me move this one out of the way because it's kind of like getting in the way. But I think that looks good too. Man, the black trailer is really the way to go. It's a shame that they don't sell the trailer by itself because you have to buy both trucks, obviously. But this looks really nice. I think if this has matching wheels, this would be I would want to say probably the more detailed release because of the cab and the moving parts and stuff. I don't know. Which one do you guys like better? Do you like this one with the red trailer? I kind of do. I still think the black looks really good. But it's hard to beat this Freightliner in all black. Like it just looks so sinister. It looks so gangster. But the red doesn't do bad on this. I think they picked a good choice. I will say I was on the fence about it, but now that I see it out of the box with the red, it does look pretty realistic. So not too shabby. I still think the Freightliner one will continue to go up in price until it is beaten, unless there is something else that Hot Wheels comes out with that is as universal as a black, just regular Hot Wheels trailer. I don't know if this is gonna, if any of these models are gonna beat this initial one. And it was the first one to release, so it's like the premiere of the truck, the casting in the line. It's just gonna be hard to beat this one collectible wise. But let me know what you think. Which one is your favorite? Do you like the first one, the Freightliner Cascadia, better in black, or do you like the Scania 770S in white and red? So I think there's gonna be fans of both. I do think if you're familiar with the truck or live in a European country, this one might be your favorite just because that's what you like grew up with or see, or it's more realistic in your area. But really, I think I still like the black one better. But I do really appreciate the red on this one. So like I said, let me know what you like, which version you like. Do you like just the standard Scania? Do you like the Freightliner, or did you like either with the switch, the red and the black switch? Let me know what you think in the comments. But both really solid. I'm happy to have both in my collection. Now I just need to find some way to display them because they are quite long. Hobby Lobby sells those like long semi-truck display cases for like, I think they're $10. I mean, those are nice because you stack them. I have some of my Hot Wheels Bigfoot Champions monster trucks in those, and I think they fit in there. So that would be a good way to display those. But other than that, maybe Hot Wheels needs to come out with a display for these suckers. So that's one thing I think Hot Wheels is lacking, is some of the displays for their bigger vehicles, whether it's the 1/43, this kind of stuff, or even just the oversized stuff. They could definitely use some aftermarket or just Hot Wheels displays for those. So I really appreciate you watching this Sam 64 Wheels. Like and subscribe as always. As I was mentioning, let me know what you think of these in the comments. I'll be really interested in hearing what you guys have to say, collector and just like opinion wise on both trucks. So until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Beep, beep.